Okay, we're going to start out and check to see what our string height is at the first fret. Got some Mitch McVicker on the box. I'm sure he doesn't mind me promoting a little bit of his music. What we're looking for is somewhere between 18 thousandths, which is my favorite, 18 thousandths and 22 thousandths at the first fret. Nothing being held down. So we're going to start just for the giggle part of it. See if we get an 18th in there. There's more than 18th. Let's try 19. 19. 20. 21. 22. That's the maximum. And it's too high. However, let's see what our relief is. On a Fender, we're looking for, in the playing position, we're looking for 10 1,000ths. If you fret it at the 17th, or where the body meets the neck, and we check it at the 7th fret, we want 10 thousandths of relief there. And we have way more than that. So I think if we adjust the truss rod, we're going to find that everything will fall right into place. I hope. So I get my, pretty sure this is my 5mm. Yep. Alright. So let's see here. Give it a quarter turn. It's always good to make sure that the truss rod works. And let's see where that ended up at. My 10 thousandths. Hold down at the body joint. And that is exactly where I want that. However, since we just adjusted the wood and it's cold, however the humidity's up because it's been raining like crazy, I'm gonna say that we're probably going to have to loosen it off just a little bit. But anyhow, since we have that currently that much, let's go through and see if 22, which is the minimum, is gonna fit. Oh, not really. I really hate that about these guitars. Buddy has brought me several Mexican Strats and Tellies, and they all have been higher than Fender spec. And evidently somebody's been playing this thing, and well, it's not quite 30 thousandths. Let's see. It's 28 thousandths. That's high. But we're not done yet. Let's see what our string height is at the 12th fret. Or, I'm sorry, 17th. And turn it the right way. And we're at 4,000, or 464, 464, 464, 460. Yeah. That's where it's supposed to be. You know, every time I do this, I get in trouble. I try to drop this, the string action just a little bit with the slotted nut files. or the nut slot files. But if I take it easy, we might just end up where we want it to be. So, let's just take a little bit off. They use these plastic nuts, and the problem is as soon as you start to file a little bit off of them, you immediately once you get down to the G and the B, if you don't do it just right, you find yourself with rattling strings, and you end up having to buy a new nut from Graphtec, which is what everybody should do in the first place. Not taking very much off at all. I just want to get it down to a reasonable level. Okay, that one's nice. And then this one's... Just going to take a little bit off of that one. Get the next size down. A little bit. Let's see if we're close now. Yes. All right. So anyhow, how you guys enjoying the weather as it's getting warmer? Actually, we're going in here and putting another set of Ernie ball sacks on here. I believe the ones that are on here are going to be $9.46, but let's take a look. See how much of a change everything's going to make whenever we start to make changes. Okay. It looks like they are using okay. Yeah, they're using 942, so everything's going to stay the same. So back here to our, I want to try to keep the gauge as close as we can. So next one down is going to be a 24, so yeah. 46. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay, that's where I want it. A little bit more. So yeah, Mitch has just emailed me his demos for the new album are on SoundCloud. So if you look up Mitch McVicker, you can hear his new stuff. Got a whole bunch of studio musicians from up in Seattle. Let's see here. How's this look? Yeah, I like that. Man, I don't like that at all. It's not going to affect anything. So let's see. Yeah, we're going to come down. It's right there. So yeah, we had our new pastor move in. Out with the old, in with the new. After all those years, my man Pat is finally gonna enjoy himself some vacation. Okay, we got our first fret action set. So we're going to take off all this crap. Oh, I wanted to check with the noisemaker to make sure that everything worked. Okay. Got some noise in the pots. That's just because the stuff doesn't get used enough. I might have to take it. I don't want to take the pit guard off, but if I, yep, noise is gone. Okay, everything else is good. So we're gonna take the strings off. I'm gonna go ahead and make the neck straight because he says he's having some buzzing out. Well, actually, let's just let's tune it up to pitch first. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so anyhow, got it tuned up to pitch. Let's just see. Well, I turned the amp off. Okay. Very well could be the reason he had notes choking off. Is because the neck was all banana. He doesn't want me to do a neck level or a fret level yet on this, but we brought the saddle down a little bit. We flattened out the neck. I don't see anything wrong with it other than it needs new strings and a setup. So instead of charging them $150, I think we can get away with just changing the strings on it. Maybe trying to clean it up just a little bit. I know that's not the point. Put that new bushing in, which actually, while I'm thinking about it, it's probably in the Strat parts box. There it is. Take that. You put it in between there, and you're not yanking the string all the way down, putting too much pressure on it. The idea of a string tree is just to keep the strings from being not enough of a break angle here, but you don't want to take it so it's like crazy. So with that, I mean, things pretty much good. I'm just gonna do a setup. We did the nut. There's no noise in the thing other than that second tone control, and that noise is gone. We're gonna just throw some strings on it and fix that string tree and call it done, because I think dude is alright. Boy, this is a nice, even though it's artificially relicked, this is a nice guitar, man. One other thing, and I don't know if you've seen this on any of my other videos, but whenever they make the guitars, they come down through assembly line. You got the body, all the electronics are installed, goes down to the next part, Guy sticks a neck into the pocket, puts the plate on, screws down, goes on to the next guy. He puts the tuners on and the string tree and strings it up. Well, at no point during the assembly do they go back and do this little trick. There is some wear marks. I don't know if that's part of the fake relicking on the screws, but I am going to take and do a quarter turn. Yep, they didn't do it. So how do you add sustain to a Stratocaster? While everything is up to pitch, just go ahead and loosen these screws. They're just wood screws. Quarter of a turn, and it sends the neck down into the pocket up against the route. So now if I plug this into my tuner, everything is going to be a little bit flat. Go up here. Yep. Everything fell a few cents flat, which meant the body, or the neck, compressed into the body to the point where it should be. So let's get some new strings on it and get this thing out the door. So I will see you when I get some strings on it, get this thing cleaned up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Stringman Guitars. Just gonna polish the frets a little bit and get this thing strung back up. Very interesting thing that I found on this is I was trying to push the strings through, and here they're not coming out the holes. So I took off the back cover, only to find that there's four springs in there. And the springs were, the two on the base side were stuck in the string holes. I don't know why, but I thought I'd share that with you. Anyhow, a little bit of triple aught steel wool, and you just buff these up a little bit. He's going to probably need this to be leveled and crowned at some point soon, but it was able to play just fine, even though we got some flat frets and we got some dents in the cowboy chord area. It's all good. So anyhow, just thought I'd share that with you as I try not to lose a bunch of hair off of these this steel wool in the pickup area. I was questioning whether should I polish these frets because it's supposed to be relicked, and if I polish the frets, well, they might just stand out a little too much. So, yeah, did some considerations and realized that, yeah, I think we're gonna just go ahead and polish them, because I can't let something go out of here without being polished. But anywho, I thought that was funny. But oh well. So take some of our magical fairy dust from Uncle Stu, or guitar grease, and I've really messed this thing up cranking on this to get it open. Have to resort to a flathead screwdriver, I guess. You see that we're in different attire today. It's got a little colder. Our little spring fling is going to turn into snow tonight. Temperatures are dropping inside and outside. So, talking to my buddy in Michigan, and snowing up there, so thanks Bob for sending me snow. But that's what you get for being a friend of a Michigander. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and string this up. It's for Yins guys, that's Pittsburghese, that I mean, there's a million different ways to string the guitar, but just my favorite way of doing this is I make the, I'm not even in the movie. Hold on a second. Okay, we're back in the movie. So anyhow, what I do whenever I string these, I make the holes in the peg head at this angle, and what I'll do is I'll feed the string through. Got all these other strings going that way. So I'll feed it in so you have like a automatic zigzag there, if you could see that in the movie. So just put a little kink in it that way, and then you get your string winder, which you left over here. And just like normal, you wind the string underneath. And try to get like 2 wraps. I think I'm going to probably have 2.5 on this one. No biggie. So, yeah, that's basically how I put strings on. Just that little Z bend. Oh, am I infringing on a copyright? Somebody has a Z glide fret file. Don't mean to bug you. Ah, almost forgot. Silly me. Should always go and make sure you're gonna get the right wrench first, huh? There we go. Just make sure that all your tuner nuts are just snug. After you get the winter shrinkage of the wood, stuff can loosen up, so just make sure that's taken care of. And also the other thing is, Notice I don't cut the string ends off right away, just because you never know when you have an oops moment and you have to go and take a string off for some reason. You can cut those floppy ends off, and you're kind of screwed whenever you go to try to take it off. You can't. It don't work that way. So 3 down. Now when you get to the plain strings, I always try to get about 4 to 5 turns on them, just because they need something to grab onto. And if you're not using locking tuners, then you definitely want to do that. For some reason I'm having trouble with this. It's wanting to flop over on me. Bear with me. Okay, we're going to go down and under. That's what we're going to do, guys. Like a goof, I went and trimmed my fingernails. You always need something to grab these to pull them back up, and right now I just have nubs. Yeah, I think I got a few more wraps than I intended there, but it's okay, because it's a fixed bridge. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Oh, and that reminds me, we had that, the string tree, which a cake with a bunch of this stuff underneath it. So what we'll do is put the little bushing on there, and then we'll screw her into place. Yep. It's supposed to stay in place whenever you let it go. Come on. No, come on. This usually is never this hard. It's not supposed to be this hard. There we go. if we just do this. What I should have done in the first place. Ah! I don't know if I'll let this stay in here or if I'll edit it out, because yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of humor content, right? And that looks a lot more like what a string tree is supposed to look like. Yeah, I first started out with this thing, and I'm thinking, I don't get what the allure is with the relict or road-worn look, but this is a nice guitar. It's put together well. It's unique. I've seen some of the relic jobs that some of the guys do on the builder sites on Facebook, and it's just atrocious. It looks like they chained it to their pick-em-up truck and dragged it down the road. That's a relic. That's not a relic. It's got a bunch of road rash on it. I don't get the point of that, but I guess some people like it. All right, one more string, and we'd be happy. Should get a faster winder. Get this end thing and stick it on my 2-speed Makita. Quicken this job up a little bit. I'm sure you like the sound of that. Alright, got strings on her. Got some Mitch McVicker on the box. Let's see what sort of tuning we got here. Turn the tuner on. The stretching game. So anyhow, had a bunch of meetings this week, so we're going to let this thing sit with strings on it, let the neck settle back to where it's supposed to be. Let it sit for a few hours, let it acclimate to having string tension, string tension back on it. How many of you guys like meetings? Hate meetings. Okay, so we got our turning ball sacks on here, 942s. Got ourselves, we are tired. So yeah, to show you what they did is this spring and this spring were in this hole and this hole, as opposed to being in the spring holes that they were. I'm like, why are these strings not coming through here? So yeah, that was some of my fun there. Took the thing off and I'm like, I can explain that. Top tip, if you heard that click there, usually if you're the first one in the thing after it's left the factory, you'll notice with pick guards and listen. It's not going to do it on this one. Oh, one of these it'll do it. Wood screws, first time you screw them in, will often have, so we're going to do it again, listen. Yeah, there you go. They have their own threads in there, so when you're putting your stuff back together, just don't stick the screw in the hole and start turning clockwise. Turn it counterclockwise until you hear that little drop. And why strip out a screw hole if you don't have to? There we are. See, it goes in a whole lot faster and it stops where it's supposed to stop. Okay, so we're here. Come back a little bit later and once the neck has acclimated to where it's supposed to be living. And look at that. Isn't that better? With that string tree being like it's supposed to be? Yeah, boy. And we'll do a setup, but based on where I saw it with the old strings, it really felt like it was set up right once we dropped the slots in the nut. I played all the way up and on the fingerboard, and I think I even taped it. And there was there's no noise, no rattle. So let it come back to its point of happiness. Retune it, and we'll do a setup and get her out the door. So until then, peace. Please subscribe to me on Facebook under Stringman Guitars, and like and subscribe to my videos. Hey to all my subscribers. We've changed shirts, as you can see, so it must be a new day. Had to go to rehearsal last night and didn't get home till late, so yeah, this thing could sit overnight. Let's just check to see where our tuning is after we got acclimated to the string tension, and it looks like it's still there. Yeah. It looks like it just bounced right back to where it's supposed to be. So we put the capo on the first fret. We take our trusty .010, sorry, it was upside down, .010. We hold down at the body joint and we check at the 7th fret. And that is just barely sitting there. I think we're going to take a slight turn off of that truss rod. That's not the 5mm. That's the 5mm. I like how they did the relicing. They even went as far as to relic the little rosewood plug that's on the truss rod hole. So yeah, let's see if that got us to where we want. We always want to check this in playing position. There's much debate on the internet about where you should check it. I don't think it really matters, because when you're standing there playing and you're pulling on the neck and pushing on the neck, and there's slight variances. So let's see how our still a little bit of buzz there. It's still about around 9, a little bit less than 9, so let's let it off just a little bit more. About 1/8 of a turn. That should, that's where we want to be. And of course I'll let it sit again to reacclimate to that, which this seems to be a really, that's where we want it. That's where we want it. Okay, so I noticed that the string height is set around lower than, just a hair lower than 4/64. So anyhow, we're back for intonation. We've sat for about 2 hours, 3 hours, about 4 hours, and check our string height, and we are right at our happy place of 4/64ths. And remember I was telling you about don't take off the dangly strings. I realized that I'd put come on camera, I'd put too much wind on this one here, and it was actually giving me a little bit of trouble with the intonation. So I backed off and stopped that. Backed off that, and I was giving too much of an angle, pitch angle, so it was hard to intonate. Adjusted that and we got it back on. So anyhow, we've got everything at 4/64, and when you check it, in my opinion, I'm not going to get into any fights, you always check your intonation at the 12th fret. In the playing position, you get yourself a note. Find your note. And there it is. The area of the string that I went and unwound and rewound has to stretch out again. By the way, we got Mitch McVicker on the box here. And we're going to move our saddle just a little bit forward. I was driving down the highway alongside the Ohio River. I happened to look over. Dang thing, so windy today. Dang thing looked like Lake Erie. Not very good weather for fishing, at least river fishing. And we got another train. I'm really getting lucky here. I must, other than the E, intonation spot on, even though I had to level some of the saddles out. Whoever had it before had, you know, one of the saddle screws higher than the other, and it was all wonky and wobbly. Okay, we are intonated. We are cleaned up. One thing I'm going to do, and I forgot to do, and just a quick thing, take some of Uncle Stu's guitar glitter, or whatever they call it. And since I moved the string, in other words, unwound it a bit, just put a little bit more gunk in there. And by the way, these things at craft stores, let's get that in there. They're little micro brushes, and they're great for putting in the putting your guitar grease, whatever you happen to use to grease your nut with. Makes it a whole lot easier for tuning, make things stable and so forth. So, I mean, for the $3 that costs, providing that you're a Stu Max member, you get to get it. You know, for your $40 a year, you get free shipping. It's not a plug for Stu Mac. It's just information for you. If you happen to want to deal with those folks, the evil empire, it'll save you some money if you are buying lots of lots of supplies. So not until everything is done do you trim off the strings, because hey, we just don't want to have to burn another string if we have to make an adjustment. So anyhow, we're going to call this done, take it up back to Buddy, and I think he'll have something else for me to work on. So we'll see you soon. And anybody in the Pittsburgh area need anything, look me up on the Facebook, Stringman Guitars, and I hope you subscribe, like my channel. Any comments, constructive or otherwise, unless it's from the guy from Arizona, certainly let me know. And I'm always up for a challenge. So I had a guy send me stuff from Texas, so, and he's very happy. So once again, subscribe, like, check me out on Facebook, and join my group. I will talk to you later. Have a great day.